you could say, overall the experience so far, I know it's only been like about 2 years for you and maybe for your wife, maybe like your wife and your son, maybe like a few months or so. But how would you describe the overall experience? Is there anything that's surprising that you can share? I mean, I know you're still trying to be mindful of certain things, but
Mm.
anything that you can share that's been about the experience so far?
No, really, there is really nothing I can say is really a big deal than just saying that it's a beautiful experience. Okay, something else again that I can say is that this is how this is the official Saudi dress. So as I see me now, I'm an
Yeah.
official Saudi dress. This is like the official Saudi dressing, and so when you go to banks, you don't go to banks and see people who are wearing suits and a tie,
Mhm.
and this is what you see in the banks. This
Okay.
is this
What is
is
it called?
official.
What's the dressing called? This style?
I don't know what it's called, but I know that this is called the top, like THAWB.
Okay.
So this is top, and this is the kafir. The kafir. This
Nice.
cap is the kafir, and this is the igal. So this is traditional Saudi. Most of the men you're going to see on the streets are
Hmm.
dressed in their top. They may not have the kafir and the gal, but they have top on, and it's just like a normal dressing, and it's official. It's official. Just like in northern Nigeria too, the kaftan is official. You can actually wear the kaftan to work. It's official. So here also, if you're wearing this, if you're dressed this way, it's like you're wearing this your suit, beautiful suit, and your tie. You know, so that's also a beautiful one. But I think my wife's experience has also been really great. Something else that I also saw here is that they don't have okay, the mom is just beginning to have a bus system. If not before now, everyone in Saudi Arabia seems to have a car or at least can afford a taxi.
Hmm.
So we don't have buses. You either have most people will have a car or you just do Uber. But now we are beginning to have a bus. I've never had to board the bus, even though it's also quite new. I think it's less than 1 year or maybe less than 2 years that the bus system began to come on. So it's not
Hmm.
something that I'm used to. But before now, in this town, in we don't have metro bus. We don't have metro bus. So and it's just pretty cool. As against what we have to take the buses, very getty buses and all that. But I think it's cool here.
Yeah.
That's something I can say. And I can also say that the people here are more religious tolerant than what we have in
Wow.
northern Nigeria.
That's another surprise to me.
Yeah. I've
Hmm.
said that many times. They are far far more religious tolerant. Maybe because this is maybe because there is no direct threat. Like they know that you're not a threat to their religion. You're
Mm.
here to work and you're doing your thing. Maybe because the people in Nigeria feel okay. There is this divide between Christians and Muslims. I don't know. Maybe that's. But here, I think they are more tolerant than what we have in Nigeria. There are things that happen here. Okay, I have a personal experience. I think I've shared this with you before now, where it was during Ramadan. I'm not supposed to eat in public during Ramadan. They know you may not be fasting. They know you may not be
Muslim.
a Muslim. So, but even if you're going to eat, you should not eat in public, and everybody knows that. So there was a day that I wasn't just myself. Like I lost thoughts about where I was, what was happening. I didn't even remember that this was Ramadan. I was eating in public. Someone just came there and he had to remind me, do you realize that everybody around you here are Muslims? I quickly woke up to the realization that, and I apologized. He said, no, no, no. He just knew that something was wrong. I said, yeah, I didn't think about it. And I apologized, and they were happy. They just shook my hand. I said, no, Lash, no worry. They just cautioned me, and that was all. Just not even caution, they just reminded me, and that was all. I've lived in Kano. I can tell you for free that if that was in Kano, they will not see it as a mistake. It will not be counted as a mistake. They may not want to even wait for me to apologize. They may not want to remind me, see what you're doing. They may not want to. They may not want to. They may not be that patient. So I would say people here are more religious tolerant, very, very much more religious tolerant. And I don't know. I don't know what's that word to use for it, but I think generally, like I've said before, I feel much more safer here. I feel much safer in Saudi Arabia than I would feel in, okay, talk about religion now. I feel more safer in, I feel much safer in Saudi Arabia than I would feel in Kano.